Hey everyone, thanks for waiting. I'm just gonna turn this light down. I always do that. All right, can you give me a thumbs up or a hello to make sure that you guys can hear me in the chat box? That would be great. Just a hi or hello, that would be awesome. If you can give me that, that would be great. And also, if you wanna hit the thumbs up, that's pretty cool. That'll be a nice start. And then we can get going. All right, I think we're almost ready to go. Hey everyone, do a quick intro today because we've got a lot to get to. So welcome once again to my weekly live stream here on YouTube. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Connect Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on either of those two or only one of the two, follow me on both. At Connect Clay on Twitter, at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'll warn you, Clayton Emo on Instagram is hockey, but it's family, faith, and ministry. And then Connect Clay is obviously all Canucks and sports stuff. So welcome once again. This is my Canucks Take All in One Take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary live on YouTube, Sundays at 10 p.m. Thank you for staying up, whether you're in Vancouver or Lower Mainland, whether you're across the country, across the continent, or across the world. I know we've had people from Sweden and from Germany and from Asia, from Hong Kong on here. So let's see, leave a comment in there, say hello from where you are. It can be as simple as Richmond down the street from me or as far away as overseas. I'd love to know where you guys are coming from, and I'll give you a quick hello in there. Okay, I haven't looked at the questions yet, but I'm gonna just do a quick intro, about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll get right into your questions. And as always, for the last 10 or 15 minutes, one or both of my boys, actually they're both out right now, so let's hope that at least one of the two boys will get home in the next hour so they can join us for the last 15 minutes at 10:45. So let's start with the sad news of the day. Very sad news that Kobe Bryant, the all-star, the MVP, the Hall of Famer, the wonderful basketball star, sad news at 41 years old, passes away this morning. Helicopter crash. In the helicopter was his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. Actually, it was her basketball tournament that they were going to. Well, Kobe's basketball tournament that he was coaching his daughter in. 7 others in that helicopter, including another player in their family. Very, very sad news. And, I'll just say this, whether you're a person of faith or you believe in a higher power or however you grieve, I know it's very tough and different people deal with this different ways. You guys know I'm a Roman Catholic. I'm proud of my Catholic faith. So I've certainly spent some time in prayer, not just for Kobe and for his daughter, but for the other victims and especially for their families. His wife, Vanessa, their 3 surviving daughters, how they are gonna have to cope and move forward. And I'm a pretty big basketball fan. I don't talk about a lot on my channel, but I understand the game. I've played the game. I was a Vancouver Grizzlies jam pack holder every year that they were here. So I went to at least a dozen games a season. So I do understand basketball. I enjoy playing it. And I remember Kobe growing up, right? Because we're almost the same age. I'm 45, he was 41, so we're about 4 years apart. But I remember him getting drafted straight out of high school and then all of his good years in the Lakers, good and bad, feuds, all-star teams, super teams, finals appearances, whatever it may be. I appreciate him. He's not my favorite player of all time, but certainly close to it. And I appreciate all that he did for the sport and for leaving a legacy. So much to talk about when it comes to that. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I do want to talk about Canucks, but know that yes, many of you even on Twitter, you've asked me, what I think about what happened. Obviously, a tragedy. First and foremost, as a husband and as a father to those 4, now 3 beautiful young girls, especially including a newborn. Can't imagine. And Gail and I, my wife and I, had some really good chats today just about. Obviously not wishing ill will on us, but what would happen if that was our situation? How would we cope and how would we move on and where would we find community? All those things. So if you're a Christian or you're someone of prayer, make sure you say a prayer for the rest of Kobe's soul, Gianna's soul, and then the other 7 in the plane. And if you're not a Christian, you're not a person of prayer, offer up some thoughts and some sympathies, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you, and I know the family would appreciate that as the world globally mourns for this tragedy. Let's move on to happier things. Thank you for those that asked about it. All-Star game, All-Star festivities. You may have seen my YouTube videos. I gave Quinn Hughes an A. I think I give him an A or an A minus. I can't remember now. I think I give him an A. Finally, I think I give Pettersson an A minus or B plus, and I gave Markstrom a B overall. Really good showing by all 3 Canucks players, considering that the Pacific Division won the All-Star, the skills competition. Markstrom was okay. He made 5 saves in the save streak. Dropped that memorable F-bomb on TV. I thought Hughes did not do so well. He came in last in the fastest skater. But you guys know I've been saying He's not the fastest skater we've ever seen, but he's one of the best skaters, the trickiest skaters, the most crafty skaters I've ever seen. So I think if it was a puck control relay where he had to dangle and do edges and turns and pivots, I think he could have won or done really well. But straight A to B speed doesn't really, maybe it's not right to say he doesn't need it, but we haven't really seen it. He doesn't have to go A to B. He's usually bringing a puck out, bringing a puck in, and using his edges and his great skating, his pivots as his advantage. So, and then Elias Pettersson, really good, hardest shot, third. He came out third out of 6. He was the only forward among those 6 players. And many of you saw my tweet. I got over 400 likes on Twitter. I basically said he had the best miles per hour per pound of weight average ratio at 0.582 or something like that. Giordano had 0.511, and the other guys, because they're all like 220, 230 pounds, had a score of less than 500. And again, that was miles per hour per pound of weight. Pettersson shooting at 102.4, only weighing 178 pounds. That's why he had such a good score. Then we moved to the All-Star game. Pacific smokes the Central Division. And it's really interesting how the Central Division, as the home division, they lost. So then you could kind of tell the energy from the crowd kind of disappeared. Same thing last year. I've talked about that too. When I watched the game in San Jose, Pacific against Central actually went first. And then the Central beat the Pacific. And then really the crowd was really out of it for the Eastern Conference game and then the final game. So it's not like you can rig it. It's not like you can make the home team make it to the final, but it is what it is, so to speak. And I thought the 3 Canucks played really well in the All-Star game. Markstrom probably had the worst performance, but he was okay. He let in, I think, 4 goals in game 1, 3 goals in game 2. I'm not sure what his save percentage is, maybe 500 or so, but you expect that in an All-Star game. Then, of course, you have Quinn Hughes, 6 points, combined 1 goal and 5 assists over the 2 games. Wayne Gretzky saying those 20 wonderful words about him, saying that lad's a defenseman. Wow, that was pretty nice. That was pretty good. He skates better than I did, basically. So I vlogged about that today, actually. That was my whole entire vlog was about what Wayne Gretzky said about Quinn Hughes. And I basically said it might set Quinn Hughes up for a little bit. You know, it might give him a tiny bit more confidence. Not that Quinn Hughes needs more confidence. And I said, if there's someone kind of straddling the line, I'm not sure if they're going to vote for Cale Makar or Quinn Hughes when it comes to the Calder Trophy, maybe, just maybe, someone's going to remember what Wayne Gretzky said. Maybe someone's going to remember the great All-Star game that Quinn Hughes was at and Cale Makar wasn't even at, and that might tip the scales. Now, it might not even get to that close. It seems like it's Makar's trophy to lose as much as we want Quinn Hughes to win, but that's a point that I made today. So Quinn Hughes, excellent, 6 points over the 2 games. Pasternak had 6 points, and he wins the MVP in the fan vote despite being on the losing team. Draisaitl had 6 points, Tkachuk had 6 points, and Hertl had 5 points, all goals. So you could have picked any of those 4 guys from the Pacific, Hughes, Tkachuk, Draisaitl, or Hertl, but it was David Pasternak who actually wins the MVP as voted by the fans. And Elias Pettersson, a little quieter. I think he had 2 goals and 1 assist over the 2 games, but both goals came in the second period, second half of the final, and really nice shots. One on a breakaway, and then one on a nice shot from the face-off dot. So overall, I thought the Canucks played very well, performed very well. World stage, All-Star game. Already got back. We're practicing today. The last thing I'll talk about, and then we'll get to you guys. They were practicing today. The same lineup, basically the same line in D pairings that they ended before the All-Star break. So that means Virtanen's still playing on the top line, at least in practice, with Pettersson and Miller, and Besser is down on the third line with Gaudette and Roussel. And I said before in my vlog last week that I thought that would be a temporary thing, and I'd be surprised if they stuck to it coming out of the All-Star break. It looks like they're going to stick with it for at least one more game. And that game is tomorrow against St. Louis. I'm so excited. The defending Stanley Cup champions. I'll be going to that game. So if you're going to that game, say hello. I'm in my usual seats in section 319, likely to be going with my son, Sean. And it kicks off a 4-game week for the Canucks at home in St. Louis. That's the only home game. And then they're playing in San Jose on Wednesday, and then back-to-back morning games or afternoon games out there. New York Islanders on Saturday, Carolina on Sunday. And I tweeted out that it's actually going to be a tough week for them. Yes, we have San Jose, who's 26th in the league, but St. Louis is 3rd overall in the league. The Islanders are 5th overall in the league, and the Carolina is the 10th overall team in the league. So right now, the next 4 games, 3 of them are against top 10 opponents. And as you know, the Canucks are ranked 13th overall. So I can recap that at the end. It is now 10 minutes in. I went a little long, but that's okay. Let's get to some of your questions, and let's see which of the boys show up, like I said, later on in this live stream. Okay, let's go. HSM Fangirl Gaming. Hey, Clay, I'm back. How many more points do the Canucks have to get to make the playoffs? Well, welcome back, HSM Fangirl. Thanks for saying hello. And I know we're friends on Instagram now. Clayton Emo on Instagram if anyone wants to follow me, and I'll get you back. Right now, the Canucks have 58 points in 49 games. We've always said the Canucks need about 95 points to make the playoffs, whether that's first, second, third, or wild card. So 95 subtract 58. The Canucks need to get only 37 more points in the next 33 games. So 37 points in 33 games, basically a point a game, a tiny bit more. Certainly doable considering that they have 58 and 49. But yes, they need 37 more points. I'd say they need 95 points to make the playoffs for sure. And that's doable. 37 points in their last 33 games. Michael Tell, hi Clay. Hello, Michael. Michael, what sad news about Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter and 7 other people? Yes, Michael, hopefully you heard what I said at the very start. But yes, very sad news. And I know that it's affected a lot of people today. And remember, we are fans. None of us, even if you had a chance to meet him, we are truly fans. Think about his teammates. Think about his coaches. Think about other players in the league. You've seen the emotion. And think about his family, of course. But yes, a very sad day overall. HSM Fangirl Gaming, have you ever been to a Canucks road game before? If so, where? No, actually, I have not been to a Canucks road game. I've been to 5 or 6 other arenas, but I've seen, obviously, the home team play. And then whoever they're hosting. So Atlanta, when they had a team, I saw Atlanta versus Washington in Ovechkin's rookie year. That was interesting. I've been to the Calgary Flames arena. I've been to the Ottawa Senators arena. I've been to a couple others in the States. But I have never seen the Vancouver Canucks actually play in those games. So I have actually seen 2 other teams play. So no, to answer your question, I have not been to a road game yet. Tough to think about hockey on a day like today. Baseball Jones, I agree. At least the Canucks get back at tomorrow to make our minds off the sadness. Absolutely, yes. You know, the show must go on. I know a lot of people were thinking that the NBA should have canceled their games today. That's a tough call because, we can't just say, oh, Kobe would have wanted them to play. We think that because he's a competitor, but we don't know. Obviously, we don't know that for sure. But I think it is a big disruption if you cancel games. Even if you think it's the right thing to do, then it's not even about the money loss. It's about rescheduling, fans, tickets, travel arrangements, all that. So I think what the NBA did was quite good. They had I think every arena had at least had a moment of silence, a quick video tribute. And I know many games started off. It was a beautiful thing actually to see this, especially if you understand basketball. Basically, at the start of many games, both teams took a 24-second clock violation. So basically, whoever won the opening tip, they got it over center and they dribbled the clock out for 24 seconds. Of course, Kobe wearing number 24. Then it got turned over. The other team who lost the tip, then they get the ball. Then they also dribbled the clock out for 24 seconds, no defense. And then it goes back to the original tip winning team. So basically, you take a minute off the clock, but you pay tribute that way. And I thought that was very appropriate. Although in one game, I think the guy didn't even make it over half court. So instead of calling the 24 seconds, they had to call a 10-second backcourt violation on him. So, or 8 seconds or whatever it is. Not the best look, but it's okay. Fernando, hi Clay. Hello, Fernando. Megaramo, I didn't realize these next few games were this tough. Yeah, Megaramo, you probably heard me say, or you saw my tweet, or you just know yourself. Yes, 3 of the next 4 games are against top 10 opponents. So it'll be a great test for the Canucks for sure. Harry, hi Clay. Hello, Harry. Yeah, I know we were at the same 2 games last week, but we didn't see each other. So I hope you had a good time. It looks like you did. Harry, I saw your stuff on Instagram. Ryan, I made it on time. Ryan, good job. Congratulations. That only took about 5 weeks for you to do it, but I'm glad you are here, Ryan. And I know you tweeted me earlier asking if I was going to talk about Kobe. So hopefully you saw my opening. Harry, same thing. Kobe Bryant passed away. He did indeed. And hopefully, Harry, you saw I opened by talking about Kobe for the first 4 or 5 minutes today. Goblin Toss Gaming, here you go. Clay, my boy, how are you doing, bud? Well, Goblin Toss Gaming, my boy, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. Had a good week, pretty chill week. Did some bowling, did some hang out with family, I worked on Friday night, did some church stuff on Saturday. So all in all, a pretty good, didn't study as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. Harry, sad face. Yes, indeed. Troy Davis, R.I.P. Kobe, yes, R.I.P. Goblin damn, I drank too much coffee. Okay, well, you got to take care of that. Edmund, hello. Hi, Clay. Hello, Edmund. Thanks for coming. Harry, All-Star game was great. Exciting 3-on-3. Yeah, I think, you're never going to get an all-star game the perfect format. And even some people that don't like 3-on-3 or think it's too much of a gimmick, I think for an all-star game, it's fine. They're not going to hit anyways. You're never going to see the hardest defensive back checking ever. But with $1 million on the line and personal pride, of course, and for me, just a chance for us to see what happens when you put a guy like Kachuk with Pedersen and Hughes. They were magical all night. I really enjoyed it, and I thought that the final, 1-goal game, you can't ask for more. 5-4 victory. I think it went well. The two semifinals were 9-5 and 10-5 respectively, but I still think that they're relatively well played, and that final was quite intense. It was very good. Connor McDavid making a joke that he was sweating actually after the game. Michael Tell, Calgary, LL, you know that. Yes, Michael, I do know that you're from Calgary. I remember that from last time. Adrian, RIP indeed. Adrian, to Kobe, Rios Dread. Hey, Rios, thanks for all the comments on the videos. Ryan, prayers go out to the family, friends, and community. Absolutely, yes, Ryan. Nice to see you and my new friend on social media. Edmund, hey, Clay, do you think it's time to forgive Kessler and one day put him in the Ring of Honor? I say time heals all wounds. Great question, Edmund. We've seen Ryan Kessler start to make the rounds in the past month or two, maybe strategically or coincidentally as he releases his new podcast. But yeah, he's certainly winning over fans. And a lot of fans have always liked Kessler. Sure, there's a bitter taste when he supposedly forced the Canucks' hand in making that trade out of the city. And he's even admitted that he was more immature then and that he would have done it differently. So yes, I think he's trying to get back into the good graces of Canucks fans. And I think a lot of Canucks fans are willing to embrace him. They like the chemistry between Kessler and Bieksa, even though Bieksa still has me blocked on Twitter. What's up with that? But that's okay. Actually, I know the story. If you don't know the story, maybe I'll share it at the end of this video. But yeah, Ryan Kessler, is he Ring of Honor? You think he actually accomplished more than Alex Burrows when you put them up side by side. Kessler has better career points while not playing with the Sedins. Yes, Burrows had the dragon slaying goal, but Kessler won a. This is so bad. Did he win the Selke or was he nominated? I think he won the Selke, right? But someone put it down below for me. I know that he was obviously more recognized and respected. Respected maybe not, but more recognized and had better achievements in the league than Alex Burrows. So all to say, yeah, I would not fret if he went up in the Ring of Honor. But time heals all wounds. But there'd have to be some sort of meeting with the Canucks. He did win the Selke, thanks. I just saw that pop up. But, so yeah, I would not object to seeing Kessler go up in the Ring of Honor. But we'll see. Goblin Toss. Clay, I watched your interview on CBC. It was really cool, and those shoes are rad. Oh, thanks, Goblin Toss. Yes, I talked about it last week. Last weekend was a pretty cool weekend for me in that I did that work with TD Canada at the Lunar New Year game, and it was sharing some of the sights and sounds from the Canucks game against the Sharks last Saturday. And then, yes, on that same day, CBC released the interview that we pre-recorded earlier in the week. And I appreciate that, Goblin Toss. I appreciate many of you sent me some really good feedback and some really nice messages. I appreciate you all. And yes, I was wearing my black Nike shoes that my son Sean painted. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? When the boys come, I'm gonna go get them. Oh no, they're upstairs. I have to run upstairs and get them. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how lazy I'm feeling. But yes, my son Sean painted some black shoes of mine in Canucks colors, the black, the red and the yellow to match my Hughes jersey. And I must admit, they look pretty sick. Can I say that? As a 45-year-old, can I say sick? Give me a thumbs up if I'm allowed to say sick as a 45-year-old, but don't give me a thumbs down if I'm not allowed to say it. Just tell me don't say that anymore. But yes, the shoes do look really good, and I wear them to games all the time, and people do say, do ask me about them, and I tell them that my son, Sean, made them for me. So thank you for that, Goblin Toss. Real Dread, yes, well said about Kobe. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Harry Ma, great pass by Matthew Tkachuk. Yes, on that Quinn Hughes goal, it was Tkachuk was all over the ice. He's trying to go through his legs like a couple times a game. But yes, Tkachuk made a really nice play, intercepted the puck at the line, and then feathered a nice pass to Hughes, who held off Mark Scheifele. I think he was trying to check him. And the Quinn Hughes goal was nice too. I agree. Kyle D'Souza, yeah. Hi, Kyle, yeah. Fernando, great. Green Day dropped the F word. Yeah. Jacob Markstrom dropping the F word. Green Day dropped the F word. I almost dropped no, I never dropped the F word because I don't swear. But yes, there were a lot of swearing on All-Star Weekend. Goblin Toss. It was funny because of the feud with Edmonton Calgary when Draisaitl passed to Tkachuk. They didn't celebrate. I thought it was funny. Yeah, it was a beautiful play actually. If you guys remember, it was Draisaitl to Tkachuk blind pass back to Draisaitl. One-timer past the goalie. No fist bump, no high five, certainly no hug or no celebratory dance. They just actually Tkachuk skated to the bench. McDavid replaced him, and then Draisaitl kind of looked at McDavid, not like, where were you? That's kind of what the CBC guy said, but it was a really nice play, actually, a really nice play. But yes, no celebration at all. And even in pictures, there's always someone standing in between. I think someone made a joke that Pedersen, in one of the pictures, when they're holding up the $1 million check, is standing strategically between Tkachuk and Draisaitl. Imagine line Pedersen, Tkachuk, and Besser, Real Strad. Yes, I've seen a lot of people talking about that. Obviously, that if we taken Tkachuk instead of Ole Juolevi in 2016, that could have happened. You could argue that if that happens, then maybe we don't get Pedersen, or maybe we still do. It's so hard to say. But yes, it is nice. But I'm still holding out hope for Ole Juolevi. Hello, nice to see you. Hope the vlogging's going well. Hey Clay, you going to the games during Sedin week? I'll be there February 10 and 12. I'll shed a tear or two on the 12th. Yes, those are the exact 2 games I'm going to as well. February 10 on the Monday night and February 12 on the Wednesday night. And you guys might remember I did a song with Marie. It was the old Coldplay song, Fix You. I did it. We did it to thank you. Maybe I'll share that again later. I'll share that during Sedin's week for sure. It's a song that Marie and I did 2 years ago when the Sedins retired. But yes, I'll be there on the 10th and the 12th. We'd love to see you and anyone else going on to those games as well. Oh, I heard someone come in the door, but they'll probably come in a bit later. At least one, if not both of the boys, hopefully. Harry, tomorrow's Canucks versus Blues at Roger We'll be at the game tomorrow night. Let's get another win. Can't wait to watch for sure. Yes, Harry, I am going tomorrow night. I said that right off the top. You might not have heard me, or maybe you typed it out already. But yeah, I'll be going to tomorrow night's game, likely with my son, Sean. Goblin Toss. We could have Pasternak. Can you imagine pasta with Petey and Besser? That line would be nuts. Yeah, yes, I do know that Pasternak was a later pick as well. A lot of these guys were later picks. You simply don't know. In fact, we always like to rub it in people's faces that we got Pedersen at 5 and Hughes at 7. So yes, we can certainly talk about Tkachuk. We can talk about Pasternak. You can talk about a lot of guys. But yes, we can play revisionist history. It can drive you nuts as well too. But yeah, a lot of interesting what if scenarios for sure. Great point. Let's see. Harry, if the playoffs start now, who would the Canucks face in round 1? If they started now, the Canucks would face the higher wild card team because St. Louis winning the other division is way higher than the Canucks. So if the playoffs started now, the Canucks would actually face the higher wild card. So that would be the Arizona Coyotes, because our division goes Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, 1, 2, 3, and then Arizona and Vegas, 4 and 5. And of course, that's going to change over the next 2 weeks because 4 of those teams are tied with 57 points. But yes, if the playoffs started today, we would face the Arizona Coyotes in the 2nd seed versus higher wild card, the 2 versus 7 matchup. And yeah, it would be, I think the Canucks would have a good chance in that series, but I think it'd be a pretty boring series to watch. I think a series against Edmonton, Calgary, or Vegas would be much more entertaining. I think last week I shared that. I think Vegas would be our toughest opponent. I think the Canucks match up against the other 3 teams, Calgary, Edmonton, Arizona. And I think Calgary and Edmonton would be much more entertaining than Arizona. My humble opinion. Fillmore Wax, watching from San Jose. Hello, thank you. And I will be there on Wednesday, but the Canucks need to take the Sharks team seriously. Yeah. Canucks handled them quite easily on the whenever that Lunar New Year game was, the 18th, I should say. We had that whole Joe Thornton, Brandon Sutter thing. We'll see if there's any bad blood still remaining from that. But yeah, San Jose should play better at home, and maybe they might come out of this All-Star break very motivated. I agree, Fillmore Wax. We should not take them seriously, but on paper, it is the easiest of the 4 games that we play this week. Harry, who will likely get traded in June? Oh, that's a crazy question. I looked this up actually before I came on here just to look at the contract situation, and we know that the Canucks have some UFAs. We know they have some RFAs. So I'm just looking at Cap Friendly right now. We know that Tim Schaller is a UFA, Vertanen, Mott, RFAs, Gaudette, RFA, Tanev, UFA, Stetcher, RFA. That's crazy. And then, is that who I got? And then Fantenberg, UFA, and Jacob Markstrom, UFA, Josh Levo, UFA. So UFAs, you got guys like Josh Levo, Jacob Markstrom, Oscar Fantenberg, and Chris Tanev, and Tim Schaller. And big RFAs would be Jake Vertanen and Troy Stetcher. The Canucks have about $18 million in cap space. Maybe they work out a trade for some other guys. Maybe they unload salary, or maybe they say bye to guys like Schaller and Mott, and then bring in a guy like Cole Lind or someone like that at $900,000 as opposed to a couple million. That's how you can save a little bit of money. We shall see. So to answer your question, I don't know who will likely get traded, Harry. And is June the best time, right before the entry draft, or do you kind of do it before trade deadline? When's the price better? When's the price worse? How optimistic are you with your contract talks? There are so many things to consider. That's a great question. You guys write down below who you guys think might get traded in June or in February. And don't ask me, no, you can ask me whatever you want. I know every week someone asks me about Jake Vertanen. I still believe, and I still assert, that you do not trade him, because we're likely, yeah, you might say, well, he's playing his best, his value's at its highest. I agree, but I also think that we tend to overvalue our own players. I've said this every week. So what we think we might get for him, we likely might not get for him, and that's just my humble opinion. I permanently also, I'll try to say hi tomorrow. I got free tickets all the way back in. Oh, sweet. Yeah, if you're around tomorrow, let's say hello. That'll be awesome, and we can talk about vlogging. Harry, I picked up a game in March 8, Blue Jackets. Sweet. I'm not going to that one, but that's cool. Anula, hi, Anula. Anula, you're coming from somewhere else, right? Remind me, that name I know looks like it's an overseas name, and I mean that with total respect. So Anula, let me know where you're coming from again. I want to know. Charlie, hey buddy, big fan of yours. Clay, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. I'm a big fan of yours now because you said that. We're big fans of each other. Tony, I know you're a positive guy, but do you have a least favorite team? It's Toronto for me. Tony, that's a great question. I am a positive guy. Founder, I forgot to say that in the intro. Founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, but you guys know that already. If I had to pick one team, I actually don't hate Toronto. I don't dislike Toronto. They're not my favorite, but I don't dislike them. The one team I don't like is actually Calgary. Despite Matthew Tkachuk and how good he was, that kind of drove me nuts to cheer for him last night. But I can't stand the Flames. I can't stand them because they beat up the Canucks. The last time the Canucks were in the playoffs, they've had playoff history going back to the 80s and 90s. And even that whole John Tortorella trying to get at Bob Hartley thing back in 2000, whenever that was, 15 as well, or 14, I should say. So there's a lot of history there, and I don't hate them, but they are my least favorite team if I had to pick. I'm thinking, I can't really think of another team just looking at all these teams. I think a lot of teams are boring to watch, right? It's not like I don't like them. Yeah, looking at every team, I'd say it's definitely the Calgary Flames. And if you're wondering, my second favorite team is the Winnipeg Jets. I've always liked Winnipeg. I like the city. My cousin Dusty coached there for a couple of years as a goaltender coach, worked with Halleback and worked with Hutchinson back then. So Winnipeg's my second favorite team. All right, let's keep going. TJ, hi TJ. Do you think Canucks could sustain a top 2 spot in the division? Yeah, I think they could. I really do. I wouldn't have said this in October, November, even December, but seeing where they are, I'm not even going to say the Pacific Division's weak. It's very competitive. And if you guys saw my vlog from last week, I talked about how they take points off of each other. It's not like they're so bad. That's why all the point totals low. It's because they battle with each other, and not one team hasn't really gotten away from the pack, obviously. So yes, I do think they could sustain the top 2 spot. Will they? Maybe 2 or 3. I would love to say they're going to finish number 1, but I'm not sure. I still think Vegas got a lot of good hockey in them, and even Calgary, as much as I don't like them. I don't think Edmonton or Arizona. So maybe it's some order of Vegas, Vancouver, and Calgary as the top 3, but we shall see. Justin, hi Clay, happy Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year to you as well. Oh yeah, that's to all you who celebrate Lunar New Year. I guess mostly Chinese people. Happy Lunar New Year to all of you. And I think you guys know this. I'm half Chinese. Emo, my late father that I've talked about before, his picture's over my right shoulder there. My late father passed away 15 years ago. He's Japanese. And my mom, who's still alive, is Chinese. So I'm half Japanese, half Chinese. My wife, Gail, is Chinese, born and raised in the Philippines. So Filipino customs and traditions, language, but she speaks English, obviously, very well. She's a teacher, and she's Chinese blood. So if you follow the math, my kids are 3/4 Chinese, but with my Japanese last name, 1/4 Japanese. So I tell the boys to marry a Japanese girl and straighten it all. No, I don't tell them they have to marry anyone, especially a Japanese girl. They can marry whoever they want. Well, within reason, of course. And then you actually pronounce my last name Imo, because in Japanese you pronounce every syllable. But if I say Imo, it sounds like I'm stuttering. So I say Imo, but it's definitely not Imu or Emu, and I joke around about it all the time. It is Imo, so that's why I say I'm say Clay Emo at Canuck Clay. Little ancestry lesson for you. Let's go. Troy Davis. Will Demko get traded? Great question, Troy Davis. I don't want him to. I kind of think the Canucks are going to sign Markstrom and then see what happens next year. If Markstrom continues a strong play, then they got to figure out what to do with Demko. There is a play that there is a scenario I see where Demko doesn't get picked up because there are a lot of really good goaltenders right now. And let's say Demko doesn't get a chance to play much next year. It would probably frustrate the heck out of him. But maybe when it comes to the expansion draft in June 2021, maybe there are 2 or 3 other goalies that Seattle would rather have picked. So there's a chance that Demko doesn't even get picked. A small chance, but there's a chance. There's also a chance that the Canucks expose someone else, unprotect someone else, or leave someone unprotected that is more appealing than Thatcher Demko. So there are still a lot of ways that this can go, but I know that Jacob Markstrom has certainly played himself into talks for a new contract, and we'll see how that goes. It's a nice problem to have, but it is a problem because of this expansion draft. It's really tough. I think it's gonna be a talking point for the next year and a half for sure. Laura, which arena would you like to see the Canucks in on the road? Great question, Laura. That's a really good question. If I had to pick one, do I dare say Boston? It looks like games are really fun there. I think any of the hockey mecca, so to speak, so Boston, Madison Square, although their team's not that good right now. I'd love to see a game in Montreal or Toronto. I would love to see a game in Toronto between Toronto and Vancouver. I think those would be exciting. I think I think a game in Pittsburgh or Washington would be good. St. Louis looks like to be a lot of fun. Vegas is one of the ones where I have seen, but it would be cool to see Vancouver, Vegas. Oh yeah, that's one arena I forgot to mention. So I haven't been a lot, but I think I've been to 4 or 5. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Atlanta when they had a team. I've been to Ottawa. I've been to Calgary. So I haven't been to a lot of really good ones. I have to change that soon. It's because I spend all my money on the games that are here. So great question, Laura. I'm going to go with Toronto if I had to pick one. And then I think Washington, Pittsburgh, or Boston would be really cool too. Great question. Travis Green, second favorite team. Edmonton, not Edmonton, what am I talking about? Winnipeg. I'm not sure if you typed that as I said it or before I said it, but the Winnipeg Jets, my second favorite team. I like Winnipeg. I like a lot of their players, Scheifele, Wheeler, Laine. I think they're a good team. I like Connor Hollaback. He's like one of my favorite goalies. And my cousin Dusty, as I said, worked there as a development coach before he went to LA to work as a development coach there. And now he's in China coaching a KHL team. But I just found out he's staying in Russia. They are not going back to their home for a long time because of the coronavirus scare. So I just saw a tweet from Dusty or an Instagram post that they have to they're going to plan to stay on the road for the foreseeable future. That must be tough. That must be really tough, actually. Christian Trinidad. Hello, Christian Trinidad. What do you think the ceiling is for Tyler Madden? Oh, good question. The ceiling would be a second or third line center. He's got a lot of skill, but realistically, if I was to answer this holistically, knowing that we have Pettersson and Horvat, I would say his ceiling is a third line center, but that could be a really, really good option to have as Tyler Madden as a third line center down the road. But we'll see. But that's what I think if I was to answer that right now. Dean, Canucks are in a real interesting summer. Yes, got it in for a raise. Jake is going to want 3. Marky wants 6. Walk from Stetcher and get nothing. Shame this team can't have foresight. Yes, Dean, I know you're, I don't say you're negative or pessimistic, but I know you're not afraid to put the facts out there. Yeah, it's interesting when Jim Benning says that they don't have a cap problem. So that tells me maybe something's in the works. But yeah, maybe Jake's going to want $3 million, but maybe gosh, that's tough. He's playing like a $3 million player. Yeah, 20 goal guy. Yeah, that's a good point. Markstrom wants 6. Then there's still Stetcher and Tanev. Yeah, it's going to be tough. You can maybe squeeze them for $18 million, but then you're going to have to get rid of some other guys too. That's a good point, and it'll be something. I don't have a solution. I'm not the GM, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as we go. Kyle, hi Canucks fan. Hi Kyle. Go Founders. I was blessed to see Canucks play 3 times at the ACC last time. Box seats watching this team's match. Sweet. Canucks are 3-0, 1-10. Well, keep going to more games. Buy some more tickets. Send that Go Founders guy some money so he can keep going. That's awesome. Cyrus. Hello, everyone. Hello, Cyrus. Ben, Clay, what is your prediction for tomorrow's game? Also, do you concur that all the All-Star skills have gotten kind of boring and cheesy? Oh, yeah, my prediction is a hard-fought 3-2 victory for the Canucks. Yeah, against the defending Stanley Cup winners. But yeah, 3-2 for Vancouver. And no, I don't think the skills have gotten boring and cheesy. I still think the hardest shot is exciting. I think the fastest skater is exciting. Accurate shooting, if they go back to, I know styrofoam is kind of banned. I don't know. I think they're banned when you try and eat and try and recycle them, but maybe they're not banned for all-star, accuracy shooting because they got to get rid of the LED for that. And the shooting stars one kind of cool, I guess, because they're shooting from where they are, kind of like those commercials and those fun games and those fun contests that they do and challenges. But I would love to see something back like a puck control relay where Quinn Hughes and players like that would really, Patrick Kane, Johnny Gaudreau, if he was there, those kind of guys really show their skill. But no, I don't think it's been it gets kind of cheesy. And remember, it's not for the hardcore fans. It's for the players to relax, and it's mostly for the kids and for the sponsors. But that's fair if you think that, Ben. But I'm still okay with it. Kyle, hi Clay. Hello, Kyle. Is that Kyle, like from my church, Kyle? Why are you still up so late? Oh, that's cool. Real Dread. 2020 is off to a bad start. First World War III almost happening. Australia fire, coronavirus, and now Kobe's passing. Hopefully it gets better from here. Yes, Real Dread. You got to be optimistic, but it has been a rough month for sure. Rhinosity, sweet name. I wish the NHL would extend overtime. It's really exciting to watch. Yeah, there's talks about going to a 10-minute overtime, and then going like 5-on-5, then 4-on-4, then 3-on-3, or maybe you just go 3-on-3 for 10 minutes. I don't worry about the Canucks. I don't worry about the players getting beat up, getting hurt because they're more tired. It might force you to play another trio, or maybe just simply more games will end. I think people agree more games would rather end in an overtime than a shootout, but you're gonna have to cut it off after some part, maybe after 10 minutes. Love to see the stats of when most games end in overtime, because obviously it just takes one mistake. Michael Tell, Matthew Tkachuk would set percent. Matt Tkachuk would set percent. Michael, you're gonna have to retype that one because I have no clue what you're trying to say there. Set precedent, maybe? I don't know. Tony, I know it's impossible to say, but do you think the Canucks would have landed Pettersson and Hughes if they drafted Tkachuk? I'm pretty sure you typed that before I gave my answer. It's too hard to say because, if we drafted Tkachuk, does that mean we're better in the standings? Then we still take Pettersson because we had him ranked higher. Does that mean we're a better team? Sorry, we're a worse team with Matthew Tkachuk, so we pick higher. Does that mean a better team and we pick lower so we don't get a chance to choose Pettersson? Does it mean that Matthew Tkachuk doesn't even play because we want him in Utica, so it makes no difference, so we end up taking Pettersson? It's so hard to say, but yeah, it's kind of fun to speculate, but I think it's too hard for me to say. Michael, perfect with Pettersson and move Hughes with Tkachuk, but we can't afford him. Perfect with Pettersson, move Hughes. Still not sure that means, Michael, but I apologize for not being able to understand what you're trying to say. With Pettersson and move Hughes with Tkachuk, but we can't afford. I think you're trying to say that Tkachuk would be really good with Pettersson and Hughes, but we can't afford him. And yes, I agree. Edmund, Kessler won the Selke in 2011. Thank you. Kessler did win. Thank you, Laura. I should know these things. How can I call myself a Canucks fan and not even know that? Harry, thumbs up. Jamie Sports, welcome. Oh, I got a crank here. If I'm going to get through all these in 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to speed it up. This always happens to me. Why don't I spend less time on? No, because I want to try and answer every question. Okay, we're going to go pretty fast. And no offense if I'm not going to skip any question, but I might just go quick. Okay. Hey, buddy. How's it going with you, buddy? What do you think of tonight's WWE Royal Rumble? I know, Jamie's, you like to talk wrestling. I know the results, but I haven't watched any of it, so I won't say anything tonight. But I'll check in with you maybe sometime in the week. But I know the winners, and definitely sets up for interesting. I think McIntyre-Lesnar match would be pretty exciting, actually, if that's the way they're going to go. The Chinner, thumbs up. Thank you. Chinner, Laura, thumbs up. Thank you. Anula, thumbs up. Why did I give you guys? Oh, that's right. I said give me a thumbs up if I'm allowed to say sick as a 45-year-old. You guys are good. Toss. Yes, Clay, you can say sick. You should say it more. My dad says it. Well, I just don't want to make you sick when I say sick too much. But thank you. Cyrus, thumbs up. Kyle, thumbs up. The Chinner, Clay, do you think the Canucks will make any trades before the deadline? Has Eriksson played his way up to be moved? Eriksson is slowly playing his way up, but I don't know another GM that's going to take him straight up for $6 million. We're going to have to throw in something, either a prospect, a draft pick, another roster player, that a benefit, a sweetener, and I'm not sure the Canucks have an appetite to do that. Do I think we make any trades before the deadline? I think if we do, it's going to be minor, or it's for a top 6 forward, but that's it. I don't think they're going to do anything to their D. They're not going to do anything to their goaltending. It's really tough to say. Jim Benning likes to say he'll see what happens in the next 3 weeks before the trade deadline the next month, because the Canucks are doing fine. And I still think they're looking at the big play, the big picture, and they might want to not do anything too crazy just for the sake of this year, but we'll see. Dexter, there'll be no Pastapedi best line because they both went in 2015. Well, that's right. Pasternak was taken in 2015. Great point. I think that's what you're saying, and that sounds right to me. Alfred, hi, Alfred. At the end of the season, where would Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg be in the standings? I think Vancouver, Calgary, and Vegas will be the top 3. I don't know what order. I think Edmonton is out on the outside looking in, and I think Winnipeg might sneak in, but if they sneak in, they'd be wild card 2. It's tough to say. I think you're obviously looking at St. Louis, Colorado, and Dallas as the top 3 in the Central. And then Winnipeg's the next best team, although they're tied with Chicago right now. But I think Winnipeg's a better team than Chicago. I just think they're deeper throughout their lineup. Real Strat, if you could pick any Canucks rookie to make it to the All-Star, who do you think it would be? Make it a 3-year streak 2 of rookies. Yeah, so it would be our 4th straight year, right? If we have Besser, Hughes. I don't think Podkolzin is going to play with us next year. I know so. He's got 1 year left in Russia. I don't even know if Hoglander is going to make it next year onto the roster. So I think it's gonna be tough for a rookie to make the All-Star game. Especially, imagine if Pettersson and Hughes make it outright, then I'm not sure if we're gonna have like a third player like this year. Jacob Markstrom got in because of replacement. So if we only have two players, maybe Pettersson and Hughes are already making it. Then I'm not sure if one of our rookies is gonna make it. If I had to pick one, then really you can only choose really between Cole Lind, I guess, or Hoglander. So I don't know. Let's go with Hoglander, but I don't think that's going to happen, quite frankly. Laura, I'll be at the February 10th game. Okay, Laura, let's make a point to say hi. We've said it like 3 or 4 times. I know we like ships passing in the night or ships passing in the arena concourse. We haven't got a chance to say hi. So Laura, it's a date. February 10th, we're going to say hi to each other. Well, at least I say that. You got to reciprocate. Carmen, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant and his daughter. I agree. Hopefully you caught my opening. Dexter, you should both get your sons in here for the commentary so I can ask them more questions about Green's greasy lettuce. Well, it's kind of funny actually, and the boys do this to me on purpose. They were both out at 5 to 10 as I sat down and set everything up. And I texted them and I said, I want one or both of you to show up at 10:45, and you can surprise me. So generally the boys have not let me down, and I don't want to set it up where you guys are disappointed when it's one or the other if it's not both of them. Obviously, Sean is the more knowledgeable Canucks person. Jacob is the less knowledgeable. I won't say he's more fun, but he likes to have fun with his answers. So I think both add a lot of value. We'll just kind of see who comes in. But yes, sneak in a greasy lettuce question for sure, Dexter. Rios, do you see Rafferty slip in the AHL All-Star? No, I didn't. I'll look it up as soon as we're done. Yes, Sweden. Thank you, Nula. That's what I thought. Edmund, did you watch the WWE Royal Rumble? No, I didn't. I know the results, so I'll have to catch up on that on one of those websites you're not supposed to go to later. Jamie's, hey, Clay, how's it going? What do you think about tonight's Royal Rumble? I think it was awesome. I think you asked that earlier, and I answered I haven't seen it yet. Sorry about that, James. Harry, I was from Winnipeg. Sweet. Lived there since I was born. Awesome. Edmund, haha. Fillmore, the man with no vowel. FRK got one. Yes. The man with what the frick, FRK, he shot 109 miles per hour in the AHL. Still crazy. Real Dread. Clay, IMO, in my opinion. Thanks. I have used that before. If you add a second O, it would be in my own opinion, would it be? But I like that. Thank you, Rios, for doing that for me. Dexter, did you read that article on Canucks Army about the goaltender situation I told you about? Dexter, I admit, no, I didn't, but I will go find it tonight and read it before next week for sure, if not before tomorrow. Sorry about that, but thank you for letting me know. Edmund, do you think Petey can get 90 points this season? Yeah, I think he can. He's at, what is he at? 51 and 49 right now, so he's going to have to move a little bit because he's basically at a point per game. So, but things also tighten up a little bit. So I think he can, but I think it's going to be tough. If I had to bet Edmund, I'd say no. I don't think he's going to get to 90, but I think he will wind up between 80 and 85. Rios, I would say Toronto's arena looks so hype. I agree. Goblin Toss, hey Clay, will DiPietro be a solid backup? I think he'd possibly be better than Demko. What are your thoughts? I've always liked Demko. I've always said the Canucks have Luongo-type hopes for Demko. I like DiPietro's game. I love his compete level. I am worried about his size, but he can make up for that with his compete level. Yes, I could see Demko being DiPietro being a solid backup. I'm not sure if he's going to be ever like a bona fide #1 goaltender. Could he be better than Demko? Perhaps, but I think Demko has all the tools right now, and he's just waiting for an opportunity. Alan, favorite Canucks player growing up of all time? I like Patrick Sundstrom in the late 80s. I did like Bure in the 90s. I did like Linden. I really like the Sedins and Luongo. So growing up all time, let's go with Bure. I really liked Pavel when he was here, and I love what he did for the team and how exciting he was. Rios, you think Madden's winning Hobie? No. I think, I don't know if it's a total fan vote. I can't remember. Someone can correct me or advise me. But no, I don't think he's going to win it. I think he had a good season, but I don't think he's going to win it. Goblin Toss, what would you name the new Seattle team? I have no ideas. I personally like the Seattle Kraken. Yeah, I've heard that a few. Seattle, anything that has to do with West Coast, I think would be a good name that doesn't sound like the Seahawks or the Sounders or whatever. So let's go with the Seattle Towers doesn't sound good. I haven't thought about that. I'll get back to you. Let's Seattle Sockeyes, because of Richmond Sockeyes, maybe. Troy, do you think Pettersson could be a top 5 player in the league eventually? Yeah, I do. I think, top 10 for sure. Top 5, there's some really good players. McDavid, Draisaitl, Eichel, Matthews, McKinnon, Ranson's good too. But I think Pettersson could be right up there. And remember, this is only his second year in the league, and he's already top 15 in scoring. I know it's not just about scoring when you do these top 5, top 10 lists. But yeah, I think he's got a chance to be a top 5 player. But I definitely don't think that it would be a guarantee. Thanks. Thoughts on Stetcher's comments on the extended overtime? Laura, refresh me. Someone else asked me about that too, but I presume that he said he wants it to go to 10 minutes. If that's the case, Laura, then I'll answer it. Yeah, I would love a 10-minute overtime. I'd rather see more games finishing in overtime than the shootout. But if that's not what Stetcher said, then my answer is completely irrelevant, so I apologize. Elias Besserson, here we go. Just to clarify, last week I asked about betting wanting to trade for a first. He said it was just after Miller trade, preseason. He would be open to it. What do you think? I say no, it would cost too much. Yes, Elias Besserson, I do not, to trade for a first, i.e. getting a first round pick back, I just have a feeling that's going to cost a lot, and I don't think the Canucks have to do it. So I agree with you. Michael, okay, we're going to go last 5 minutes, and then hopefully one of the boys will show up, and if not, you have me for the last 10 minutes as well. Michael, Patterson, Kachuk, Hughes be best line. That would be good. Goblin Toss, hey Clay, I'm thinking of renaming my username to Spoods. What do you think? And you like my current name? I don't know what Spoods is. Is that like cool talk for a cool guy? I don't know. So I have no opinion. Goblin Toss Gaming, I assume that's Goblin Toss has something to do with gaming, but I don't know that either. It looks like it's Sean tonight.
Jake's coming.
And Jake's coming, okay. They're both here. So friends, you get both. You get the full emo experience. They're gonna sit there for the last 5 minutes. Next 5 minutes as I whip through these questions. And remember, don't ask any questions for Sean and Jake yet. Wait till they sit down in front of the computer. So last 5 minutes, I'm gonna whip through all these. Here we go. Kessler, no way. Vince Carter, no way. I forgive them, but we'll never forget them. That's fine. Go Founders. That's up to you. I think a lot of Canucks fans are ready to forgive Ryan Kessler, but I appreciate your honesty. Harry, if the Canucks got Johnny Gaudreau, who would we give up? Could we see Gaudreau, Pettersson, and Besser? I actually don't like Johnny Gaudreau. I think he's got he's a bit of a malcontent. He's not got the best attitude, but can't deny his skill. So I'm not going to answer that because I don't know who he'd want to give up because I don't want to think about it. Metalcore Fanatic, saw you on CBC. Attaboy Clay. Thank you, Metalcore Fanatic. Nice name. That scares me. Weston New, rest in peace, Kobe. Yes, I agree. I hope you saw my intro. Weston New, thank you. Laura, I'll be in the Laura Bowl, so I'll have to figure out a meeting. But so you get the good seats while I'm stuck in my nosebleeds. I mean, my seats are really good too. So Laura, we will figure something out. Let's meet in one of the intermissions. We'll meet halfway. I guess like either I got to come down or you got to come up, and then we'll meet halfway in the middle somewhere. Kyle, hi Clay. Honoring contributions that you made to Kobe Bryant's passing, and any plans in future to contribute to his passing. Kyle, no, I'm not going to vlog about it. I did a couple of tweets, a couple of Facebook posts, just sharing from my heart. Like I said, I like Kobe. I wasn't his biggest fan ever. I understand basketball. I followed the Grizzlies very closely when they were here. So I don't think I can do more than just the conversations I've had with people praying for him, his family, and his daughter, and the repose of the rest of their soul, for all the victims. And like I said, between the prayers, between the conversations I've had personally with people, a couple of tweets about it, a couple of Facebook posts about it, I think that's it. I don't think the world needs anything more from me that way. And I think that'll be sufficient. But great question. Alfred, would you like to see Trampkin return the Canucks? I would like to see him back and maybe pair with Myers. They'd be a huge pairing, but I don't think we need Trampkin, quite frankly. When he was here, I think we got excited, enticed by a big guy who could skate, but we have that in Myers. Myers got much better offensive ability. And Trampkin, I still have questions about his attitude. Does he only want to come back to the Canucks now because we're better? That to me isn't the best attitude. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe he's matured by 2 or 3 years. But no, I don't think we need him. But if we can't get Stetcher or Tanev back, we might need some help on the right for sure. We'll see. Laura, I'm pretty sure it's a fan vote. I think that was talking about, what were we talking about? Fan vote. What were we talking about? I know we were talking about something that had to do with I can't remember now. But yes, I agree with you that I think I said, I thought it was a fan vote as well. Ed, last 5. Gary, you think the Aquilinis will pressure Benning and making trades now that we're winning? No, I really hope that the Aquilinis will stay the course and will let Benning stay the course. Edmund, Clay, if you had to pick fried chicken, sushi, burgers, or fries or pizza, what would you pick? Where would you go to? Junk food? Sushi for sure, above anything for a main food. And my junk food, I drink a lot of pop, but I've cut down. I've almost taken it out of my diet completely since the new year. I've lost 5 or 6 pounds, which I'm happy about, but I still got a ways to go. And I do like, what else junk food do I like? I like caramel popcorn, I guess. Okay, last few. Ryan, with the NHL tweeting condolences to Kobe, do you think NHL teams will do a moment of silence as a tribute to him? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I talked about the tributes in the NBA. Yes, NHL teams, players that have known Kobe, they've been tweeting and sharing respects. So we'll see tomorrow night at the Canucks game, and I can let you guys know if they do anything. I would not be offended if they didn't, because it's a different sport, but I would not be surprised if they did, given how Kobe transcends sports. Okay, how much do you see Pettersson making during his next contract? If it's a short term, I could see it being 9 or 10 million over 2 or 3 years. If it's longer term, gosh, are we looking at 10 or 11? It's crazy, but yes, it'll be a lot for sure. Harry, some of the games I go to are nosebleed seats too. Don't feel bad, Clay. Thank you, Harry. I do not feel bad because that's all I can afford. Laura, more rewards got me the seats. Awesome. Oh, Laura Norton, Madden, yes. The Hobie Baker is a fan vote. Therefore, I do not think Madden will win it as much as I want him to. We're almost done. Slapshot hockey. I have no friends. I'm sorry to hear that, Slapshot, but you have a friend in me and in the 50 people watching right now. Metalcore, me neither. Oh, this is becoming a support group here. And Dexter, you were talking about the Hobie for the fan vote. All right, yes, I was. Okay, very good. It's 10:50. We got to the end. Every question from now on goes to Sean and Jake, and then I'll do a quick wrap up. Here, Slapshot Hockey. Thank you, Clay. I do actually have friends, but thanks. Yes, I would imagine that you did. All right, here we go. Boys. 15 minutes max.
See this guy in the AHL shot 109?
Yes, I talked about that. His name is Frick. F-R-K.
What a great name. I want to be named
All right.
Frick.
Okay, Jacob is pulling up all the stats he needs. Okay, so all the tabs. This is leading scorers. This is standings. So we're in leading scorers right now. This is probably the one you want. Okay, so fix your seats again, Jake. You're way too high. Okay, so this is Sean.
Jeez, what's up?
This is Jacob. Here we go. Who comes out of the lineup when Ferland returns? Jake.
Pettersson.
Sean.
Who comes out when Ferland returns? You can't boot out Eriksson yet, considering if he's still playing okay. What do you think? Maybe Roussel? I don't know. What do you think?
That's what I was thinking too.
No, I think it's Schaller or Schaller or
What?
Beagle. Yeah.
Okay.
Dexter, you can't take out what we said yet. What's greasier, Travis Green's lettuce or McDonald's back kitchen?
Again with the greasy lettuce.
Didn't we get that last time?
You got a lettuce question for sure. So come on, let's go. Travis Green's hairdo or the McDonald's back kitchen full of grease?
Definitely McDonald's back kitchen.
Hairdo.
Tony Monk, hey Jacob, do you think Louis Eriksson will win the Rocket Richard Trophy this year?
He's smart, so that's not a thing.
No, it's a real trophy. It is a real trophy.
And a
Is
real
it
player.
Louis Eriksson?
Yeah, is he going to win the Rocket Richard? Yes or no?
Well, that award signifies the best hair. No.
Correct. He won't win it, and it's for most goals in a season.
so
Eriksson has 5, so I think he's got some work to do. Okay, what did you think of Markstrom's hardest shot in the All-Star? Let's go with you, Jacob. What did you think of Jacob Markstrom's hardest shot?
He didn't play in the All-Star game. Did he?
Sean.
Pass.
You know he didn't have
Yes,
a shot.
I know. I'm well aware. Let's go.
No,
Next
Markstrom
question.
was in the All-Star, but he didn't
he
get
a
a hardest
goalie?
shot.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
okay,
a
good.
Next.
Elias Besserson, Jake, what do you
Not
think?
a thing.
What do you think about Ferland's double hat trick last game? So when he scored those 6 goals, what do you think of that?
He didn't.
Okay, see, you can't, you guys, if you're trying to trick him, at least make it a little, like, realistic.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Goblin Toss Gaming, only 19 watching, should be 19 million. No, there's 49 watching. Or,
Maybe he meant to say 49.
Yeah.
okay, it doesn't matter. Only 19 watching, should be 19 million, guys. We can get 19 million. Thank you, Goblin
Yes.
Toss. 19 million would be awesome. Then
There
I
you
could,
go.
Right.
I could retire. Slapshot Hockey, you're awesome, Clay. Thank you. You're welcome. And hi, Jacob, and hi, the other guy.
I like you.
Screw you. Just kidding.
Smarten up.
My name is Sean. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
I like
Sean, smarten up.
Next.
you. Next question.
Michael, hi, Sean and Jake. And Jake, do you think Stone Cold wins scoring title?
No.
You guys, make these questions
It's
a
been
little
too
more-
easy now.
There you go.
Alfred, boys, what do you think of the All-Star game last night? There we go. Good question.
You want to go first?
Yeah, Pacific Division won the games. That was good. Won with a 5-4 over the Metropolitan team. It was good. It was fun to watch. I like our colors, Sean.
It was entertaining. I mean, like, it's an all-star game. You can't ask for too much, but it's nice to see those players playing together, and I like the format, so.
Good. Great question from Ryan, my new friend. Bowling average, so each your bowling averages and any 300 games so far.
You go first.
Jake, bowling average.
203.
Sean,
191.
me,
No.
160. Thanks for asking.
No 300s yet.
Same here.
Close.
Closest game?
268.
Closest game?
287.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Those are good scores, guys. Let's keep going. Hey, Jacob, do you think Olli Jokinen makes the team next year?
No, not a real person. Good try.
Actually, he is a real person, but he's retired. So, Edmund, that's much better. Sounds like Olli Juolevi actually used an actual player. Not bad. See, those are the kind of questions you like.
That's good.
Who's the bowler?
We're both
Jake's
bowlers.
the better bowler.
These guys are both excellent. Actually, all three of us are bowlers, but in
Two excellent bowlers.
yeah, and you're okay too. No, this guy's a national champion, right? 16 and under. Yeah. This guy was provincial runner-up, second in his age group, and I'm the guy who drives him to the bowling alley when they didn't have a license. So all three of us bowl, but these two guys are really good. And actually, their younger sister is quite good, right? She's gonna do good this year.
Yeah, she'll be great. She might be better than both of us. We'll see.
Yes. Ryan, Sean's take on Kobe's passing, and he's a basketball fan. Great question.
Yes, I'm a basketball fan. I played basketball throughout high school. It's surreal. It's heartbreaking. It's one of those things where if you told me yesterday that Kobe was gonna pass away with his daughter in a helicopter crash, I'd say get out of here. But yeah, like I said, it's heartbreaking. He was bigger than sport, and we just pray for him and his family and the entire Lakers and sports community at this time. So it's too bad.
Good answer. You know, the numbers have gone up since you guys have joined.
Yeah,
again.
people like us.
People like me.
Scholar, not sure what that means by the Slapshot Hockey. Laura, a good friend of mine from Twitter. Thoughts on the black skate jersey?
So sexy.
Which one's the black skate one?
The one I wear all the time.
The shirt.
No, that's the
shirt.
Hughes, the black Hughes one.
Oh, yeah. It's all right.
Laura, I know Laura has the same Hughes jersey. We're going to be twinsies on February 10.
Looks good.
Yeah, she looks good. I'll be okay. Dexter, Jacob, look up on Google Louis Erickson headband and try not to laugh. Dexter, I know what that is, and no, we will not do it on. I will show it to him later. Stop trying to get me in trouble, these guys. Dexter, very good. Travis Green, my hair is just fine, thank you. Travis Green's on
Love
there.
it, Travis. Appreciate it.
Goblin Toss Gaming. Hey, Jake, will Tyler Hoglander win the Calder next year?
That is a real person. And no.
Stop looking at us.
I'm trying to figure
His
out.
name is Niels Hoglander, but we do have a
Hoglander is the real name.
He is real.
Hoglander sounded like a real name.
Yeah, but not
That'd
with
be
that
crazy
first
to
name.
make that up.
Okay, awesome NHL All-Star Game.
Yes, sir.
Slapshot Hockey. Sean.
Yes.
Haha, that bark.
Huh.
Oh, that's the dog. That's not you. I don't
Yeah.
think he's talking about.
Yeah, not sure.
Rios. Sean, has your dad ever had a flow before?
I wouldn't say flow, but he's had more hair, if that's the question.
Yeah.
Not a flow.
Yeah.
Not a flow.
I've had perm. Is perm a flow?
That's not, I wouldn't call that flow. I call that like artificial flow.
You've had a perm.
Yeah,
So
but
you've had artificial
But I've never
flow
said
too.
that's a flow, have I?
I didn't say that either.
Okay, next question.
Be nice. Hey, will Louis ever get a hat trick?
If they pulled the other goalie 3 times in a game, maybe.
Will Louis get a hat trick?
Well, he's only played 30 games. So, with the 4+, he might.
The 4+.
No, +4?
Yeah, that's good. Fernando, what do you think of the last event they did in the All-Stars? So that was the Shooting Stars. I don't know if you guys saw it. The guys were elevated on that platform behind the net,
Oh, I
shooting
did see that.
over
I
and
did
then
see that.
into targets. Quick response.
No,
Didn't like it? Why not?
it was too high.
I didn't see, but it just feels too dude perfect-y.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And I actually talked about that. Those goofy challenges and stuff. This is good. Let's go for 7 more minutes. We're whipping through these. Right. Jake, if the Canucks win a cup, will you become a Canucks fan for real?
I don't see that happening in the next 5 years. So by that point, Canucks are probably going to fold as an organization.
Be quiet. Next.
I don't think you're allowed on this thing anymore. Slapshot, Jake, will Chris Kunitz sign with the Canucks? He's a great player.
Is he?
He is a real player.
Okay.
But
No.
Didn't he retire?
No.
Did he play?
I don't think so.
I think he's not alive.
Yeah.
He's alive.
No, he's alive. Stop making
Next.
Trying to ask to see if they know. Oh, so you're naming players. Okay, gotcha.
Fair enough.
Dexter, what do you think is longer, Tyler Myers' neck or a meter stick?
I don't know who Tyler Myers is.
So I don't know.
Sean.
He's pretty lanky. He's pretty lanky. I'll go Mars' neck.
Okay, now I'm not gonna read this one because don't ask me how I know, but I just know that's a guy who stars in bad films. I just know that, so I'm not gonna read that one out.
Nice.
Nice try, good-looking honky. Alfred, which bowler do you look up to growing up? I look up to Belmo.
Same. Belmont was the reason why I got into bowling.
Alfred, are you a bowler as well? That's awesome that you know Belmo. Sean?
Tommy Jones, big TJ.
Oh.
I gotta look him up. Dean, Jake, what university do you want to go to?
I don't exactly have one in mind yet. It would be fun to go to UBC or maybe go to the States for university. So I have options open, and I'll let you know.
Who's better, Beery or Pedersen? Sean?
Bury.
Pedersen.
Goblin Toss Gaming. Do you think Elias McDavid will get to 100 points for the Canucks, Jake?
No, Connor McDavid is on the Oilers, you
Yeah.
see, and then the other guy is with us. So not a real person.
Real. Sean, did you see the tweet where someone called it out that Kobe was going to die in a helicopter crash back in 2012?
I didn't see that.
I saw that. It was a guy who knows helicopters, I believe. So it wasn't like making fun, but he said Kobe will die in a helicopter crash. It was kind of scary, actually. It's crazy.
That's too bad. Let's not think about that too much.
Yeah.
Dexter, do you think a bird is living in Jordy Ben's beard?
Well, I do know Jordy Ben. He has a beard now?
He's got a great beard.
Bird living in there?
No,
No.
just a bunch of lettuce.
Dexter, did Clay used to have Travis Green greasy lettuce?
Probably greasy.
The greasy
Maybe
part,
not
yeah.
Travis Green greasy, but
No.
still greasy.
Yeah.
Grease you. Jamie's. Hey guys, did you guys watch this year's... This guy really likes watching wrestling. He's asked us 3 times. Did you guys watch the Royal Rumble?
No.
No.
I'll look up results later though.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Shelly, hello gentlemen, no offense, but you are cheering for the wrong team. Well,
Yeah.
you write down your team in there and we'll make fun of you. Laura, I might break out Cap's jersey, but we'll end up in the skate jersey. Oh, okay. Cap as in Horvat. Well, you can wear Horvat. I'll wear his Horvat and we won't match though, but that's
You don't
okay.
need to match.
Maybe I want to match. Maybe Laura wants to match me.
Laura, you don't need to match him.
GLC
Wear a
We're not to
Horvat
match.
and you can match with me and it'll be more cool.
That's right.
GLC
Or we're nothing and you can...
Jake.
Next.
Sorry, Jake, that was horrible. Harry, what did you think of the women's 3-on-3 game?
Go first.
Women's? They played?
Yes.
Women played?
Yeah, they did.
Oh. It was good. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming it was good.
Sean, did you see any highlights?
I saw highlights. I think it's awesome that they did that, especially without them having like a pro league right now. I think the more eyes you can get on how skilled and how awesome they are as players is better.
I agree. I thought it was excellent. Okay, rapid fire. We're gonna have to go fast. Okay.
shoot.
Here we go. We'll go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. Tony, should they create an empty net competition at the All-Star game for Louis Eriksson?
Sure, that'd be fun.
Who is your favorite player?
Horvat.
Henrik Sedin.
What Sammy Phillips sign in? Will Sammy Phillips sign in Vancouver?
No.
Dexter, who's more attractive, Jim Benning or Travis Green?
Travis Green.
I don't know what either of them look like.
Slap shot. Where's your doggo?
He's somewhere back
We
there.
can hear him in the hallway. We'll get him to wrap up. Elf and I started watching bowling a few months ago. Awesome.
Nice.
Jamie's, do you guys think Ryan Kessler would come back home to the Canucks?
No, people hate him too much.
I think he's done. I think isn't his body like mangled anyways?
No, not talking about playing.
To
maybe,
come back?
Or maybe he's
Is-
talking about
is
playing.
he
I
talking
thought
about
about playing.
I don't know. I think people are slowly reconciling with him.
Which Sundin brother is your favorite?
Matt's.
But if they're talking about Sedin's,
Henrik.
Yeah.
Henrik for you.
Daniel.
Did mom take you to Jollibee?
What?
Did mom take you to Jollibee?
Like restaurant Jollibee, we've had it before.
Jollibee's
It's
delicious.
delicious.
Yeah.
Nothing like some good old chicken joy.
I think Demko has more value next offseason with the expansion draft. I see teams wanting to trade for him, dangling a vet. Still think his career could be over a puck, a hit to the head. Yes, we don't want that to happen.
Never.
That Demko situation will be interesting to watch. We're almost done. Do you think Bo's son will make the Canucks when he's old enough? Did you see the gender reveal? They are going to have a boy.
That's like saying like LeBron's son's gonna make the Lakers when he gets old enough. It's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know. Genetics only goes so far, doesn't it?
Shelly, I cheer for my cousin's team. Let me know what team that is. That's cool. Why wasn't Louis in the All-Star game, Jake?
Louis just doesn't have enough goals.
The women had sicker dangles than the guy. Yeah, the women were good.
They're awesome.
Dexter, make a Canucks pun. Make a Canucks pun.
Canucks we?
I don't think it's much of a stretcher to think the Canucks will make the playoffs. That's pretty good.
What's
Okay.
Much of a...
Okay,
What's
old
Stetcher?
man.
Okay. Jacob Sedin can confirm with Jollibee. What do all these mean? Will Bo Horvat name his son Chewbacca? Chewbacca Horvat? No. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Laura, it's Jolly B. Tony Tenty's my fave. Sean and Jacob, out of you two, who's weirder?
Jacob.
Troy Stetcher. Clay, that was a
Tony
bad pun.
Stetcher.
All right,
Wait,
Tony Stetcher.
Wait,
Tony
Jamie
Stretcher.
Benn's on our team?
Oh, no, Jordy Ben. Okay.
I was thinking with Jamie Ben.
He plays for...
Dallas Stars.
Okay, last one. Goblin toss. Hey guys, who is greasier, Green or Benning? Both are greasier than McDonald's kitchen and Donald Trump combined. I think Goblin toss is obsessed with grease.
You greasy guy, Goblin?
You can see my bowling balls are pretty greasy.
Okay. On that note, someone go get the dog and just bring him in to say hi, and I'll do my wrap up.
Hey, I know 21 Airball. He's from Spirit Day.
Yes, he is Martin.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll do my wrap up.
See ya. Donate.
All right. That's a disaster, but that's a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for watching. We went for another hour and 5. Seriously, it feels like 5 or 10 minutes. It goes by that quickly. I'm trying to learn not to talk so much, but it worked out well. We get to everything. Sometimes it's a little rush at the end, but I really appreciate you watching. So don't forget, this week, Canucks have 4 games. They host St. Louis tomorrow. I'll be there. Say hi if you're at the game. Then they go, yeah, Sean's going with me. They go to San Jose on Wednesday, the Islanders on Saturday, and Carolina on Sunday. We are playing against 3 top 10 teams this week. It's going to be a great test for the Canucks as they start the last third of their season. Is Mickey coming or no? Are we done?
No, he doesn't want to come.
Okay, Mickey told you don't want to come. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I know it's an hour as you either start off your week or end off your week, however you want to look at it, but I really appreciate you being here. If you want to give me a thumbs up, not in the chat box, that's fine too, but hit the like button. That's awesome. Thank you for your comments. Really, really good questions. And I look forward to seeing you at the same time this week. Next week, I should say, always 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. And if you want to follow me, if you're not doing so already, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. And I love it when you guys comment on the videos. I always comment back. It might take me 1 or 2 days to do so. But I will. I know that I read all of your comments and I do my best to reply back to them. All right. Thanks again. Enjoy the game. I'm just going to read these real quick. My joke has been stolen. Okay. Great stream. Thank you. Let's go for the 2 points. Thank you. Glad I made it on time. Ryan, Laura, thanks for the stream. Awesome. You guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate all of you. God bless all of you. God bless Kobe Bryant, the repose of his soul, his daughter, and their families that grieve, and for the other victims. Let's hope for some better news, starting with the Canucks win tomorrow night. I'm not trying to equate them both, but I think we need some good news in our lives. So have a great Monday tomorrow, you guys. Thanks again. God bless you all. Go Canucks, go.